Could you tell the difference between The Sickness and Belief? Because I think it's maybe cliche to say, but you're more mature, like it's more technical, like more groovy, and
I would agree. You know, it comes through 22 months of touring together as a band. You know, you grow stronger, you become better musicians, you become more aware of one another, and you become a better band. So hopefully this record is a demonstration of our new skills and our new awareness, and you know, it gave us the hunger and the desire to go in different directions with what we were doing.
A couple of weeks ago, I was in the States, and I was in like Virgin Music Store in Times Square, and they were the whole day playing your songs, like your new album. So it was, Disturbed's big over here. You were on the Billboard for like a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Yeah. We debuted at #1. We only stayed there for 1 week, but
that's cool anyway.
Oh yeah. It's certainly an accomplishment.
Did you expect that?
No, I wouldn't say that it was expected. I mean, we had hoped that the album would debut in a high chart positioning, but we didn't expect #1. It was nice to get. It was a nice surprise.
What did you do then when you heard it?
We were all kind of waiting for the news. You know, we were waiting for the SoundScan numbers. We had a little party in downtown Chicago at this little club, and just the band and some close friends and plenty of alcohol, and
no big deal.
Yeah, you know, nothing too serious. Just something, you know, nice and intimate. But it was cool.
You're from Chicago. How's the music scene over there?
You know, it's not very metal. Let's put it that way. We're sort of an anomaly. There isn't much else in Chicago that's like us. The majority of Chicago music scene is still primarily dominated by these alternative pop metal, well, not pop rock bands, kind of like Smashing Pumpkins. Nothing new metal style. Okay. Nothing new metal style. All like indie rock style. Okay. Well, you know, a lot closer to what, you know, the Strokes and the Hives and than what we're doing.
You got tons of bands like that over there. So.
Yeah, well,
it's hard.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You said in the bio, you say you have to stay faithful to real metal bands like Black Sabbath and Priest, Metallica, and Soundgarden. Are those big influences on you?
Tremendous. You know, each one of those bands definitely have been integral in shaping who we are as a band and forming our sound. You know, we were inspired by the way that they crafted their songs and by the intensity with which they played, and I think that we're trying to match that. Or further it if it's possible for us. I don't know that it is, but yeah, we're going to try.
You played the Ozfest. How was that? Because you have to travel with a lot of bands, and was it a big experience for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like summer camp for bands.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
It's like a holiday.
Yeah, it's not quite a holiday, but it's difficult because it's not exactly luxurious sort of conditions, but it makes you a better band as well. You know, you're amongst the company of all of your colleagues, and everybody's watching you, so everybody's trying to step up, and it's like there's a good camaraderie and there's a good brotherhood about, but because of the strength of that brotherhood and because everyone is as good as they are, everyone's trying to kind of like give it everything they've got every day. So it's a nice breeding ground for young metal bands, no question.
You just toured for 22 months in one line. And then you took a couple of months off. In like 2.5 months, you wrote your new record. Did you have so much material laying down?
We actually took only a month off, and then we began writing. It was just really the month of December. It was the beginning of January that we started writing the record already. And it was from January till March 15th, you know, that was the writing process. And then
that's short.
Yeah, relatively speaking. Things came together relatively quickly. Kind of like fate, you know, I don't know, it just seemed to fall into place, and by the 15th of March we were ready, and we went in the studio and started recording. Another 2.5 months later we had a record mixed and mastered. So
And how do you do it? You go to your rehearsal room and then you sit for 10 hours straight?
No. It always starts with Danny with a riff idea. And he'll bring it to the other guys, and they'll form a rough structure, and then they bring it to me, and Danny and I will go over it, and I'll start improvising with melody ideas. Once I've had something sort of, situated, we get together and we finalize the arrangement aspects, and work on any intricacies, guitar-wise or vocal-wise or rhythmic-wise, and solidify everything at that point.
Okay. I just a couple of weeks saw your video, Prayer. Did you made it up yourself?
The band came up with the concept, the treatment for the video. Yes.
Okay. What's the idea behind it? Okay.
The idea behind it is one of redemption, really. It's a modern-day depiction of the biblical story of Job. The idea that no matter what life or fate or God throws at you, that you as a human being have the strength and the wherewithal to get through it.
And tonight for 1,000, maybe?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. It's the first time in a long time you play for so few people? No. We just did a little radio thing in San Francisco not too long ago. That was just like 300 people, just some radio contest winners. So we're not unaccustomed to it. It's we like to switch things up occasionally. There's something about the intimacy of a small venue and the heat and the energy, and it does something for you that's different than an arena. Yeah. Maybe it's pretty cooler because you're more to the people, more like
a little closer.
To
right.
them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like that. We like to be able to feel people's breath on us. It's a good thing.
Do you think you have to work hard over here in Europe?
Yeah, I think it's necessary for us and for any other band. It's difficult, and I don't think a lot of the European people understand how difficult it is for American bands to come over here and try and do what they do, because on a certain level, we're not wanted. And because
you have no big hit over here, so that's a little problem.
Well, yeah, that is a little problem. Hopefully, we're trying to rectify that.
Disturbed one. .4roommotion.com